The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Seminoles will put it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Interesting to see what they do today.
Good, pushing the pace.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. It's a reverse.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. And he'll be brought down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the offense is trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. You got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Florida State's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make a stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Takes a handoff. It's gone. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Gets it to him on the screen. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, looking to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the tight end. Across the 15. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they swarm him under.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. They'll go with a direct snap. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Hit right back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Singleton. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's White. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And they will score! Touchdown, Florida State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 4 over Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Panthers are in the hurry-up. Off-play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. There he goes. Touchdown, Pitt. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook in the... It's an stride inside the 10. Touchdown, no! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they put drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
On the That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Used the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got his man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Seminoles. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Got his man downfield. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Pitt pushing the pace.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
With the catch, it's Brooks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. They get to the line quickly. They'll run play action. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Rolling right and going deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
To the air on 1st down. Steps away. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got him this time. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They've got the screen set up. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out. A leadoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Eakin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, no! for 6 more points. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Cross the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5. And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Brooks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Goff. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle, it's Thomas. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Panthers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point.
38, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's third down. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Just drives it between the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warren.
Finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently dope Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out and getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Using his feet to buy time. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll go to the counter. Oh, another breakthrough. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chance.
Touchdown, Seminoles! Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
17.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's White. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. That's caught. It's Jackson. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Barry Johnson. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Gonna run it. It's Goff. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. Put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's a heat.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Thomas. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Catch is made at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. There's the pressure. Hit as he throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. They get to him as he throws. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he found a space on the right. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Knowles come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward. And this was a rough day.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Defense uses the timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Punt is on its way. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On the ground, it's Jackson. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.